only promote the truth.
This is extra large. What's happening with YAHUAH is extra large. You know, what started out as a little bit of spark is becoming a flame. It's going to become a fire. It's going to become a blaze. Drop some fives in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. Drop some fives in the chat. We're coming fresh off of a powerhouse telethon yesterday where I went back and forth and back and forth, and we hit it from every direction. And now we're going in on a powerhouse subject today. Let's do a mic check. Put some fives in the chat. If y'all can hear me good and clear, I got a power message for you today that you need to hear. I stretched my voice yesterday, but I had to come back. Y'all know I got to come back and tear down some more stuff. Y'all already know. We can't let it just flail out there like that. We got to tear it down. When it pokes his head up, we just knock it off. Joe, you like that? I can't. We got one after the next, you know. We got, listen, we create our stuff, then we license some stuff, you know, and so we got some great licensing agreements too that we've been able to put in place that we just gonna keep bringing that fire. But you know, it's just PTT music is just crazy, right? All right, y'all can hear me good. Overseer Daniel Bacote in the building. He said 144, I always stand on point. Are you ready? See, if you're ready, you ain't got to get ready. If you're ready, if you stay ready, you ain't ever got to get ready. And everybody hit the like button. I'm going to check. You know, when you come in the room, you got to make some deposits in order to take some withdrawals. Y'all know that. If you come in, I'm going to give you the juice every time. There's no time. Your discipleship is not going to elevate. You're going to become stronger and stronger and stronger in the word. Shout out to Brother Robert Stevens for that powerhouse super. And every time you hit that super and you support here, it hits our YouTube channel, and we go nuts with promoting on our YouTube channel. And so we're going to create more and more exposure all over the place this weekend. Tons of advertisements going out this weekend. I just got through recording the last video. I just recorded the last promotional package video as we finish up the last month. Can y'all believe it? We're in the last month of this particular campaign, which is the Berita Dash and the Tanakh, or the Tanakh and the Berita Dash. What we promised we were going to deliver to the world, we have done. All we're doing now is getting the mass production out. We've already created the Berita Dash right here. This hardcover Berita Dash that we promised to the world. We pushed it out. You can purchase this now at truescriptures.store. I'm going to put that on the screen for everybody. We got the second edition out already. There's no difference in the first edition to the second edition other than we were able to tighten up. There's always a few little tweaks and stuff. No matter how many times you go through editing and reviewing, you're going to usually find one or two little chip-chap things that need to be tightened up. We were able to get things even more clear in the second edition. So the second edition, nobody can buy the first edition anymore. Why? You don't want to, because we were able to tighten up all the things in the second edition. Let me put that up on the screen. If you go to truescriptures.store, you can see it right there in the bottom left-hand corner, truescriptures.store. You can purchase the True Scriptures Berita Dash. Now, the True Scriptures Tanakh soft cover is close to going on sale. We should have that on sale sometime this upcoming week. That's a pre-sale for that. But we delivered. We got the True Scriptures Berita Dash New Testament out. And look, this is real. Look inside. See that pages? This is printed, done. True Scriptures Tanakh. That's the Old Testament. That's 1,200 pages. 1,200 pages of fire. Now, these two powerhouse torches, swords, are what's going to rip this world into pieces. Y'all might as well get ready. And with this lesson I'm going to teach you today, you're going to understand how important this is. Why most humans love sin. They love it. Most humans, if you just leave them alone, you don't say nothing to them, they're going to gravitate towards sin. This crushes sin. These two, powerhouse, vessels. So these are the vessels of Yahuwah. We've brought these now to the world. We've delivered. And so you've got 1 month. I just got through recording the video. So I'm going to tell you right here, right now. You got to go to tsinfo.org, tsinfo.org. You got the final month of this campaign, which started on November the 9th, 2023. So it's going to be a little over 2 years, the complete campaign that we did with the escalation. Now, we started translating back in April 2022. We did a soft launch campaign in May 2023. We didn't advertise it much. I did no lives on YouTube. We weren't big into social media. We just been in the background for years, since 2007, doing search engine optimization. And basically what we've been doing is we've been training the world. While Yahuwah's been training me and the team, the staff, and promote the truth, we've been taking information, putting it on the website, and we're going to tighten up the website. We know we got to get all the language completely tight. It's going to be done within the next month. Next month, everything's going to be tight. Great. Day in the morning. We've been training the world. I've been watching all the videos coming out. Hardly anybody, nobody in 2007 that I know of personally knew the name Yahuwah. I'm talking about mama, daddy, aunts, uncles, right? Cousins, friends. My friends' mamas and daddies and aunts and uncles and grandmas, granddaddies and cousins. Nobody knew the name of Yahuwah. And here's the big one. Google didn't know the name Yahuwah in 2007. Even Google, the number one search engine in the world. I've been challenging this for a couple years now that I've been going live on YouTube. Who can find a YouTube video prior to 2007 of Yahuwah? Can't nobody find one. So when I tell the story that I've been rocking with Yahuwah for over 18 and a half years, and in order for me to find Yahuwah, I had to spend 3.5 years, 6 to 10 hours a day. I got a collection of the oldest scriptures that will blow your brain. That's why if anybody pulls up and presses up on me, I sit there and giggle. I'm like, what you gonna say to me? You ain't put the time in I have. You can get mad, you can jump up and down, scream, do all that stuff you want to do. You ain't put that time in that I put in. Just ain't done it. And if you'd done it, I would have found you, because I was going at it like that. I had the money, the resources, and the time to find you. And I couldn't find you. So guess what? Y'all had to find me and the Promote the Truth team. And guess what? Give it up to the team. I happen to be leading it. Somebody got to lead. I didn't want to lead, but here I am. And I know how to lead. So I'm going to do it. Because Yahuwah put me on the point. And then through this whole process of these years started going by. And as I started translating, you know you ain't going to make it. Somebody came up in here talking about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We know you ain't going to make it. You didn't even get 10 seconds. And bam, you got blasted. You got sniped. Promote the Truth team. Sniped you. You didn't even get 10 seconds. Came in here with crosses, hollering about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The hell with that. We don't want to hear nothing about. We know what Father you talking about. You talking about God. You talking about Jesus. And when you say holy, that's a pagan word. So you got sniped. Bam. And humans love sin. The word holy is sinful. It's a sinful word. What's going on, Adam Moore? So I did it. I'm bringing it to you. And now, what's most of the world doing? I was tripping out today. I went out about a little bit, took a little walk. And, there was several private schools around us. And man, they went all out on these kids. They brought in all these different clowns and they did all this, decoration. And I mean, they had loudspeakers and music and dancing, and they had candy, and they had all kind of stuff, and they had them big old jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. Them big old pagan jack-o'-lanterns. Those child-killing representations everywhere. And they made it sound so innocent. The kids, yay, yay. And the parents leading their children to slaughter. Slaughter. Who is Kefa Ephrat? You trying to teach. It's not HaKodesh. Kodesh, there's no O's and there's no E's in Hebrew. Don't come in here and try to teach when you don't know what you're talking about. Read the room. Like, where were you at? I'm trying to figure out where you was at. Why didn't you teach us? Thank you. Nakia taught them real quick. She got people been students in here. You can't come here and teach when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just heard that. It sounds cool. You can't impress us in here with no nicket or nikud or no vowel pointing language. You can't impress us with Jewish talk here. We're not impressed at all. We don't believe in it. We denounce it. We don't want nothing to do with it because it's fake. That whole religion is fake. It's an imposter. And they don't do a good job at it either, imposting. They just pretty blatantly tell you that they are parashim, they're Pharisees. So we don't do nothing, we have nothing to do with them. So when you come in here talking like them, we already know. We just watch your letters, it's going to tell us everything. Shout out. That's what I like. Hey, your video helped me. Just come here humble. Don't try to teach. Learn, and then you're going to be able to help us teach other people. We can duplicate it. But you got to get out of the sinful nature. A big sinful nature is you run out there too quick. You're not humble, and that's going to lead to your fall. It's going to make you sin. Now watch. I'm going to go in. Y'all ready? I'm going to pick up this fire hose, this massive sword, this compact, loaded. And I'm going to prove to you why most humans love sin. Look at Kefa. Kefa Ephrat said, I humble myself. If I'm wrong, it's okay. I love that. See, I would do the same thing. Nothing would have hurt my feelings when I came to, because I'd rather you be over than under, so I appreciate that effort. But y'all got to love that humility. Go, hey, man, I'm wrong. Yeah. Just so you know, there's no O's, there's no E's, there's no V's, there's no W's, no J's in any name of a person in Hebrew. None. Look at that. Look. He came in quick. Did he go tell me to humble myself? He goes, don't be too lifted. Don't be too lifted yourself. He tells me don't lift myself too high. See, look, we were giving them love. They can't help it. You see it? They humble themselves just enough, and you give them some pump up. You go, way to go. And then they go tell me for me to humble myself. Me don't lift myself up too high. I'm teaching. I'm an emissary. Period. YAHUAH has lifted me. No man, no woman has lifted me. YAHUAH has sent me. He's the one that elevated me to teach. He authorized me to teach. That's what he did. Brother Brandon Gentle's in the building. Coming in with that super. I'm telling you, he authorized me to teach. If you listen, you will then get confirmation that he sent me to teach. All you gotta do is listen. Whether you like my presentation or not, I don't know how to tell you. I'm just a country boy. Old school. Came from the ground, the bottom, the dirt, the hog mud, as a matter of fact. So that's where I came from. So I talk in the manner of the common people where people can really understand it. But I'm also direct when I need to be. I'm also, subtle when I need to be. But I feel like I got a good touch of mixture, combination, balance. What y'all think? Y'all like my prep? Matter of fact, y'all in the chat. I mean, we got 458,000. It was 456,000 yesterday. 458,000 subscribers. We've been doing live videos for less than 2 years. We had about 13,000 before we did live videos on YouTube. I started doing lives and it jumped to 440 some thousand more. So obviously people kind of dig the way I'm presenting it. What y'all think? Unless you got to change your heart. But we got millions and millions of people I'm the lead voice here. We got other, professional structured videos that we do, but 95% of the videos is me on here. I'm just on here talking, being me old country boy, me. That's what I'm on here being. And guess what? I'm not going to change that because Yahuwah built me to talk the way I talk. And he told me in my spirit, you just keep talking and my sheep will hear my voice. They will love to hear from you because they will hear me through you. Cool. Look at my sister Melanie said, hey, you're not over the top, emissary. You teach with authority. That's it. And you know how most people deal when it comes to authority. They're rebellious. They love sin. See? They don't like authority, righteous authority. They love sin. I'm going to prove it. Hazun. I'm in the first edition still because I'm waiting for my team to get me a second edition. Y'all got it before I got it. Archella know what's up. She said, you sound unshakable strong. Yahuwah's in me. How you going to shake Yahuwah? I prove that I'm immersed in Yahuwah's name because I'm unshakable. I prove it. I've been here too long. I've been here 18 and a half years. I've been in the fire way. Shannon Stone said we got over 200,000 subscribers since July 2025. That's in the last 6 months. Why? Because the closer this word gets out, the closer when the Tanakh gets out, you wait till you see those subscribers go. Like y'all think y'all have seen something? Wait till the Tanakh starts spreading out everywhere and the advertisements are hitting all over the place. Y'all wait till y'all see the subscribers. Y'all gonna be like, I was back here at like 200,000 or at 400,000. Wait, you're gonna see that get into the millions. We got 8 billion people in the world. Nobody got a true word. None. Out of 8 billion people in the world, the United Bible Society sells about 20 million pagan Bibles a year, Greek-based. 20 million. So there's 8 billion people in the world. We're going to get to millions of them with the message. Look, Overseer Dan said the wrong ones don't like the truth no matter how it's presented. That's true. Shout out to Overseer Larry Moment in the building. But I'm in Hazun, chapter 12. If you got the first edition, I'm on page 407. And then the people can put it in the chat. The second edition is going to be 408 or 409. They're like a page or two off, okay? Because of the commas and stuff that we took care of punctuation. Now, I'm going to prove to you why most humans love sin from Scripture. I'm going to prove it to you. Melanie said, I was around when our gatherings were like 25 or 30 people. Yeah. Look at my dad. My daddy's in here. See, y'all got to understand. He an old school country boy. You see him pull his pants up type of dude. He's absolutely unshakable. Jay Jr. stays the course, all for Yahuwah. He watched me. He knows if he don't go, I'm still going. My mother knows. My whole family knows. I've been like this before Yahuwah. I've been relentless. My mama said, you're an extremist. Ever since you were born, everything you do, you did it with, like you were just so extreme about it. Like you just had to accomplish. Who you think put that in me? Then a great sign appeared in the sky. It was a woman who was clothed with the sun. I wonder who that is. How come people don't really lean on that one? You realize that people don't never just sit back and lean on the fact that Hazun chapter 12 says, then a great sign appeared in the sky. It was a woman who was clothed with the sun. The moon was under her feet, and a crown made of 12 stars was on her head. She was about to give birth. She was crying because she was in great pain. How come people don't lean on that part? Who is that woman? See, I'm going to do a whole training on prophecy. Several of these things have been fulfilled, and several are about to be fulfilled. And Yahuwah sent me to make sure everybody's clear on it. They're not going to have no excuse, especially with all this exposure we're getting on YouTube and across the internet waves. There was another great sign in the sky. It was a large red dragon with 10 horns, and it had a crown on each one of its 7 heads. My question, verse 1 and 2, who is the woman that was about to give birth? And notice it said 12 stars were on her head. Who was that woman? See, you don't really know who Yahuwah is. He ain't who you think he is. He's who you got to learn to know who he is. They don't give enough credit to all of Yahuwah. This is teaching you all of Yahuwah. I know him. I know who this woman is. Now, this woman has a symbol. It's a symbolizing of something, but it's also a literal woman. Not only is it symbolizing, it's a literal woman. Who is that? Then there was another great sign in the sky. It was a large red dragon with 10 horns, and it had a crown on each one of its 7 heads. With its tail, it dragged a third of the stars from the sky and drew them down to the earth. Then the dragon turned to the woman because it wanted to eat her child who was about to be born. The woman gave birth to a son who would rule all the nations with an iron rod. The child was snatched up and placed with a lure and his throne. The woman fled into the desert to a place where a lure had prepared her. There, she would be taken care of for 1,260 days. This has happened. This part. This has happened. Then there was a war in heaven. Michael, son named Michael, and his messengers fought the dragon. And the dragon and his messengers fought back. However, the dragon and his messengers did not prevail. And there was no longer any place for them in heaven. So the great dragon was cast out of heaven, the old serpent who is called the devil and Shatan, who deceives the entire world and leads them astray. He was thrown down to the earth, and his messengers were thrown down with him. That's the first critical point to the lesson why most humans love sin. Why? Because the old serpent, who is called the devil and Shatan, which means adversary, who deceived the what? Entire world. Are you part of the entire? Am I part of the entire? Yes. Here's the difference here. We got to figure out the difference when it comes to me accepting that I'm part of entire and then you choosing whether to accept it or not. I accepted this part of entire many years ago. 18 and a half years ago, I said, yes, I was deceived. Then I repented and called on the name of YAHUAH, and I was no longer deceived. So now I came out of this deception. If you haven't properly repented and called on the name of YAHUAH, you're still in this deception and you love sin. You love it. Because your daddy, as of that point, until you repent, your daddy is Shatan. And he was thrown to the earth. And his messengers were thrown down with him. All right. That tells you what was said before. It said up here in the top, in verse 4, with its tail, it dragged a third of the stars and threw them down to the earth. That third is a third of the messengers of Shatan. That's what verse 4 is. You got to know how to put this all together, which I have learned, mastered, and I've been studying that prophecy since 1992, before I knew YAHUAH, getting on the trail. Then once I learned Hebrew, Aramaic, I dialed it all in, and I'm no longer guessing. When I tell you something, it's a fact. I'm already studied on this. I'm already approved on it. And YAHUAH sent me, after he trained me for years, to tell you the truth. Now, in verse 10 it says, and this is YAHUAH speaking, John, out on the island, because they couldn't kill him. Then I heard a loud voice from heaven say, by the quote, by the power of YAHUAH, salvation and his kingdom have come. So at this point, a loud voice says, salvation and his kingdom have come. It's upon us. The authority of his Mashiyha has been established. He is the Mashiyha. But now he says the authority of the Mashiyha has been established, which means this is how it's going to roll out now. How's it going to roll out? You got to pick up what it said in the verse before. It said that Shatan was cast down to the earth. So you think YAHUAH is going to let him dominate and win the earth? No. It says that salvation and the authority of YAHUAH has been established. So now the plan has been put in place through the Mashiyha. Now, YAHUAH, soon as he threw Shatan out, he then immediately established his plan of redemption because he knew he was going to create humans. It says here, the authority of his Mashiyha has been established. Shatan, the accuser of our people, talking about the people in the Shamiyha. And also to this day, he accuses day and night in the presence of YAHUAH. He has now been cast down. Our people overcame him. See, this all took place in the Shamiyha, in heaven. In the Shamayim, the heavens. Our people overcame him because of the blood of the Lamb and the message of their witness. So now YAHUAH has already played it out in heaven that he was going to give up his self as a human. He already decided, he says, it's established. It's done. I'm going to come down to earth. Before it happened, he thought the thing. Now he's speaking the thing. When he thinks it, he speaks it, and then it becomes true over the course of time. The blood of the Lamb and the message of their witness. They were willing to give up their lives, which means the messengers were willing to give up their own lives to fight for YAHUAH. The messengers were willing to give up their own lives if it cost them their beings. They were willing to fight for Yahuwah. So Yahuwah allowed them to say, our people overcame him. Notice it didn't say that Yahuwah right there. Not at that point. It didn't say that Yahuwah. It said that Yahuwah's people in the Shamiyha, in the Shamiyha, heaven, and the heavens overcame him. Because they were willing to give up their lives. Are you? Therefore, everyone in the heavens should rejoice. See, this is about the heavens right now. The battle went down in the Shamiyha. But watch what it said. Everybody up in the Shamiyha, we done cleared it out. Shatan, the adversary, along with a third of the messengers, all the messengers that were created, a third of them was rolling with him. And they were cast down. So there's no more conflict in Shamiyha, heaven. Buckle up. But woe to the earth and to the sea, because the devil has come down to you with great rage, and he knows that his time is short. Y'all got to understand, these beings, these are all built to be eternal beings. So they're thinking from the standpoint of eternity. And now all of a sudden, once he gets cast out of the Shamiyha, out of heaven, now he knows his time is coming up. No longer does he have access to eternity. He knows it's now a matter of time. As a matter of fact, time had not yet been created. It was only eternity. Yahuwah created the earth for purpose, to fulfill purpose. That's where time gets put into play. Can y'all handle this? Woe to the earth and to the sea, because the devil has come down to you with great rage, and he knows that his time is short. When the dragon realized, it happened so fast. You remember the Yahusha, who is Yahuwah, said, I saw him cast out of heaven like a bolt of lightning. It happened so fast, he didn't even realize what happened to him. Bam, he's out. What happened? When the dragon realized that he had been cast down to the earth, he went and persecuted the woman who had given birth to the child. This had already played out. Shatan saw before Yahuwah cast him out. Notice. Right? Yahuwah cast him out. On his way out, I believe Yahuwah gave him a glimpse of the establishment of the Mashiyha. I believe he gave him a glimpse. I'm casting your ass out of heaven. And guess what? Take this with you. I'm coming down to defeat you on earth. I whooped your tail in heaven. I'm coming to whoop you on earth. And the dragon knew it. But see, the dragon was shown in heaven and said what? He saw the woman. Who's the woman? With the 12 stars. I don't know what y'all gonna do with this. Y'all want me to do a deep prophecy training? He saw the woman with the 12 stars. He was shown what was going to happen. He was shown that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. He knew it from the beginning. He knew it when he saw it. And then he saw Yahuwah flex on him with 12 stars. Hey, you think it's just you? You think it's just some of them? I'm getting ready to create humans. And from the humans, I'm going to eventually create 12 tribes. Why you think it's so critical who you are? Why you think it's so critical who you are? Huh? What's going on here? When he realized that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who had given birth to the child. This Hazun revelation is so deep because it's taking you what happened before, it's jumping ahead, it's showing you what's going on, it's going back before, it's jumping ahead, and unless you are trained, unless Yahuwah is in you, you will never get these words. You'll never get them. Your brain will be bouncing and you'll be so confused. There's people lost their brain. There's people went crazy reading the book of Revelation. My granddad used to tell me, he said, man, my granddad told me, I don't get too much of that revelation. I don't see too many people go crazy reading. And Yahuwah showed me exactly every inch of what this means. However, verse 14, the woman was given 2 wings, like those of a great eagle, so that she could fly into the desert. There she could escape from the serpent and be taken care of for 3.5 seasons. This has already happened. From his mouth, the serpent poured out a river of water to try to sweep the woman away. But the earth helped the woman. The earth opened her mouth. The earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the river the dragon had poured from his mouth. Now listen to verse 17. Here's where we come into play. It's all been a setup. Everything we've read so far, we're in the last verse. All of this has been a setup to bring us to 17. And then we get to say, oh, this is where we come into play. Now we understand why most humans love sin, because who was sent to the earth? Now we get it. Satan was sent to the earth. He's the accuser. He's the deceiver. If you don't got Yahuwah, he is your daddy. He gonna punk you left and right. He gonna drag out, distract you. He gonna give you so much: the television, sports, games, career. He gonna keep you busy. Sororities. He gonna keep you busy. College. Keep you busy, busy, busy. Bills, car payments, mortgages. Keep you busy, busy, busy. So that you never get verse 17. The dragon was furious with the woman. So he went out to make war. Listen, with the rest of her children. Melanie, I just realized woman should have been capitalized. I'm in here deep. Make a note. Woman should have been capitalized. The dragon was furious with the woman. So he went out to make war with the rest of her children. Who is the woman's children? Who is the woman's children? It's going to tell you who the woman's children is. The woman's children are those who keep the commandments of YAHUAH and hold firm to the testimony that YAHUWAH is the Mashiyha. That's the children of the woman. Now I apologize. That's supposed to be a W there, because that's YAHUWAH. That's who that woman is. That woman is YAHUWAH. That's YAHUWAH, the mother, that don't nobody want to talk about. But I know who that is. It's telling you right here, her children Well, who are the children of Yahuwah? It's those who guard his commandments. So we know who the woman is. That's where we get the breast from, the nurturing from. Al-Shadi. Al-Shadi means the Almighty is the breast. That's what Al-Shaddai means. The real name, Al-Shadi. The breast. Shout out to Sister Eva for that super. We are the children who guard the commandments of Yahuwah. And here's the key. We hold firm, you can't move us, of the testimony that Yahuwah is the only Mashiyha. That's us. Now, all your all your versions, not one of your versions in the world got Yahuwah Mashiyha at the end of verse 17. They all going to say Yahusha. And in the pagan version, they're going to say Jesus. All your versions going to say either Yahusha, wrong, Jesus, really wrong. None of them, except the true scriptures, is going to have the testimony of the children of the woman straight. None of them are going to have the testimony. If you ain't got the testimony straight, you ain't passed the test. You came this far and failed. Why? Because the dragon, Satan, is angry that he's been cast out of the Shamiyha, the heavens. And his mission is to get everybody to sin. Why? It's the exact opposite of verse 17. Those who keep the commandments versus those who don't keep and guard the commandments. Almost everybody you know, 99.9% or more of the world, they love sin. Almost everybody you know. Somewhere it's going to be 99+% of the world is not entering the kingdom of Yahuwah. 8 billion people current, billions that have been, a smidgen of a percent is going to pass the ultimate test with Yahuwah and Shatan. They got a war going on. They did it in heaven. Yahuwah, through his messengers, won. Yahuwah, through his messengers on earth, are going to win again. That's us. In order for you to win this one against the dragon and a third of the messengers who are now demons, in order for you to pass that test, do you know all the odds of humanity are against you, are against me? The only way out is one way. It's the testimony. You got to admit that Yahuwah is the Mashiyha. Once you do, you got to repent, and then you got to work it backwards. You got to guard the commandments. Then you become his children. Then he nurtures you. He's then Al-Shadi to you. Now, if you're listening to me and you're attracted to this message, high probability one of your ancestors is one of them 12 stars. All that prophecy written about for this time. Now it's being fulfilled. What you going to do with this message? All I want y'all to do is make your mind up. Are you all in? Because I'm telling you, high probability you ain't gonna make it. You only got one shot at this. You got a sliver of an opportunity. You are surrounded by sin. You got the whole world running after a pagan holiday, trying to dress it up. They do everything they can to dress sin up. They put makeup on it all over the place. You put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig. You got the whole world love sin, flooded. You got no governments that claim the name of Yahuwah. None. How you gonna make it out of these odds? Shout out to brother Larry Mona, overseer. How y'all gonna make it out of this? Do you understand? They're trying to teach you it's easy. It ain't. It's simple. It ain't easy. The decision is simple. The answer is simple. It's Yahuwah and his commandments. That's the answer. It's simple. To do it when you're surrounded, you're engulfed by so much sin, and you got Satan, the great dragon, angry. The scriptures are telling you he's angry with you. What do you think he thinks about me? He been on my trail. He been trying to kill me. See the scar on my face? I got scars back here. I've been shot at. Look at that. Been shot. Somebody shot. I put my hand here. It would have hit me in the heart. Hit me in the hand. I've been poisoned twice. Satan been trying to kill me. My dad looked back and said, boy, I see it. Yahuwah done called you. Has been covering you for some reason. And he brought me to the point of decision. Once I realized, oh, that's who I am? Yes. You accept it or I'm going to kill you. That's Yahuwah. I'm gonna give you the ability to choose. If you don't choose it, I'm gonna turn you over to who? Matter of fact, I'm not gonna have to kill you. The dragon is here. He wants to kill you. I put him on the earth with you. Are you mad at me? Says Yahuwah. Are you upset with me? Says Yahuwah. Are you pissed off that I put the dragon there to test you, to see if I can trust you? Are you going to argue with me? Says Yahuwah. Are you going to tell me this ain't fair? Are you going to question me, the Most High, who gave breath to you and everything on earth? What you going to do with me? Says Yahuwah. I'm telling you, from Yahuwah, the odds are stacked up against you. You go in a corner, you ball up, you cry, you quit if you want to. It's not going to matter on the map. If I give up, it's not going to matter. The remnant's going to be the remnant. Just like in Navy SEALs, just like a Green Beret, just like the top sports people, the strongest survive. The weak are not going to inherit the earth. The meek, now you get a real fine definition of the meek here. The meek are the people who come to great humility and go, I accept Yahuwah, your test. That's the meekness that Yahuwah is looking for. I submit myself, Yahuwah, to your test. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It really don't seem fair. But I'm not arguing with you, Yahuwah, the Most High. Huh? We don't hear nothing about no politics in here. We talking about something critical. Somebody, oh, we talking about the president. Get the hell out of here. That's when them demons come flying in here, because this message is for you. This message is for you. What you gonna do with this? What you gonna do with this? This here is a hard message to accept for almost everybody who can stand to hear this. And when people heard a message like this from Yahushua when he was on the earth, they walked away. The crowds, the masses walked away, and it was just a few of them standing there. And Yahusha looked at him. Who is Yahuwah? He said, what you going to do? You going to walk with them? And they said, where we going to go? You hold the keys to eternal life. You're the one that created the test. You gave me life. I'm breathing. Where'd I come from? How'd it come from somewhere? You created me. And then you also created my adversary. And you want to know, can I beat the adversary? That's what he really wants to know. He wants to know, can you beat Satan? And you're going, I can't see him. He got all this power. Greater is he that is in you, if he's in you, than he that's in this world. Satan's in this world. Yahuwah, hey, you will win if you submit. If you stop arguing in the back of your brain, y'all know what I'm talking about. In the back of your brain, you go, this ain't fair. I don't know why. I don't understand this. Why does it have to be this way? That's a waste of time. Next. Yahuwah gonna next you. You out. In the back of your brain, you got to smash that little demon. And you got to cast out all demons out of you. In the name of Yahuwah. If you repent and get immersed, no demons can dwell in you. None. I walk in the full power of the Most High, Yahuwah. The only way I can win this race and beat my adversary is through Yahuwah. Yahuwah gives me the strength to win. He gives me the authority over the adversary. I have authority. When demons see me, I'm telling you, they trip out. You want to know why? I've accepted my authority. Now, all of us been dealt something crazy. I'm going to end with this. We all been dealt crazy situations. Stuff that we could have never imagined would happen to us. We've been through abuse. We've been stabbed. We've had people break our hearts. We've been through everything. I told you my story about my dad yesterday. Crazy. Yahuwah's going, great. I allowed that to happen to you because your ancestors didn't pass the test. You want to cover your children and give them less of a test? You got to win. And then you can cover them. You can break what Yahuwah is going to turn that curse up. And that curse is a big test to see who's going to break it. I win. I changed it up. I learned who I am. I stopped arguing with Yahuwah. I just praise him. I'm grateful. I'm like, man, if this really is the rules, which it is, if the rules are that Satan is thrown to the earth, he's a dragon going about trying to destroy. He got 30 of the messengers with him, demons everywhere, governments all corrupt. If this is really the rules, but you said, if I would just call on you and lean and depend on you, you would deliver me out of all the battles I got to go through, all the tests that's required. You don't know your sheet. There's a sheet filled up with so many tests you got to go through before you get a breakthrough. You don't know your sheet. Yahuwah looks at you and he's looking back at your ancestors. The more buck wild they were, the more your tests got to be. You going to be upset about that? Or you going to put the same amount of energy into fixing this thing? You got to be a part of the fix. I'm done with this message. Y'all go to tsinfo.org because this is just the beginning of the blaze that's coming now that the translation is done. And I'm going to be all up in these scriptures. And by this time next year, if you can hang in here and pass these tests, you're going to be one of the strongest people that anybody you know knows. Nobody around you is going to recognize you this time next year. Y'all just got to decide if you're going to hang. I'm hanging, man. I'm staying right here. I'm going next to.
It got big. You gotta fight, fear, stay clear, persevere, airways, burn bridge, move here, shake miss till it gets big. extra large, and now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Ain't no limits to the sky. You got that passion on that do or die. Step into the light and make a dream. Play position, know your worth and with a love supreme. We build a team, we shake 'em loose. No hesitation, no excuse. So what you gon' pay? Blood, sweat and tears. Bare knuckle win this game right. Gotta fight fear, stay clear, persevere. Airways, burn bridge, move heads, shake mirrors till it gets big. It got big. Take a swig till it gets big. It got it big, and now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large, and now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Stay clear, persevere, airwigs, burn bridge, move heads, shake mirrors till it gets big. It got big. You gotta box life, think twice, pay price, wrong, right, until it gets big. It got big, and now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Fight fear, stay clear, persevere. Airways, burn bridge, move heads, shake mirrors till it gets big. It got big. You gotta box life, think twice, pay price, wrong, right, high risk. Take a swig till it gets big. It got it big. And now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. And now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Stay clear, persevere, airwigs, burn bridge, move heads, shake mirrors till it gets big. It got big. You gotta box life, think twice, pay price, wrong, right, until it gets big. It got big, and now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large. Now it's extra large. Yeah, it's extra large.
only promote the truth.